Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 23rd to the 29th of December 2019. We are in the winter solstice, and this is a 3-day affair. So on the 21st, 22nd and 23rd of December, the sun rises and sets at minimal arc across the sky, and this is the time of the longest nights, the longest amount of dark hours in the day. And then by the 24th we see the sun starting to rise earlier, starting to set later, almost perceptible, and this is when we feast and have the midwinter feast. So this is the rebirth of the sun, and during these 3 days it's always advisable to go deep within, even though it can be a very, very busy time of year. Take some time to go deep within. This is the cave we were talking about last week, the cave of self-initiation, to be able to really sum up, gather and release everything that's gone on, bringing only the seed of awareness forwards. So the sun moves into Capricorn, and we can visualize this as the mineral gold within the mountain. If we go into the cave, can we find that gold that's inherent right at the center? Capricorn is about worth and value, that treasure deep within, rooting ourselves deeply. And with Saturn in Capricorn, we've been stripped down to the bare bones so that we can find that central strength and start to build from there as the sun is reborn, integral, strong and authentic. This weekend we have Venus square Uranus, which is a slightly awkward angle, and this may bring up some conflict within that we're wanting to face and resolve within ourselves. So that makes it even more important to go in and do that inner work. So with Venus, maybe there's some emotionally restricting beliefs and behaviour patterns that we've been taught very early on in life. This whole year has been about letting go not just of our own life, but of past lives and any inherited issues that have come down our family line. Because as we step forward, especially after the 12th of January, we need to be our highest, uniquest, most liberated frequency. So from now until the 12th, finding that inner gold in the cave, summing up everything that's gone on, being able to hold it, release it, be aware of what it stood for, but not have to take the baggage and the story forwards. This is very much what we're tasked with over the next couple of weeks. So have a look at any emotionally restricting beliefs that then lead to thoughts, that then lead to behaviour that you're ready to let go of, but with a sharp eye on freedom, liberation and cleansing that entire line. Because Uranus wants us to break free, and Venus can be romantically programmed. So Venus really is our soul love and where we plant it on the earth, but with romantic programming that can have us reaching out and looking for others to validate us, or being in a state of need and want. So observing need, want, requiring love or support from others could also involve money. Many people have a fear and a scarcity and a survival programming around money. But when we connect with the gold deep within, then can we align to our inner gold is reflected back to us with external gold, with love, with money, with worth. So creating that eternal loop, valuing ourselves and therefore being valued. But Uranus is likely to take it up a notch, want to break the rules, want to liberate, to escape from restriction and to align with vision to a higher purpose. So although Venus square Uranus might be an awkward square, that's the way that we can approach it. Can we liberate ourselves? Can we get rid of some of those limiting beliefs? And can we find the support and the gold deep within and connect back to that flow? Monday's a day of intriguing ideas and inspiration. So tuning into your ideas, where does your inspiration come from? Do you listen to your ideas, or are they overwritten by logic and responsibility? And this should also be quite an interesting day for last minute Christmas shopping as well. So intriguing ideas and inspiration, thinking differently, breaking the rules, but most importantly, listening to our thoughts and our ideas. By Tuesday we have the Sun trine Uranus, and this is a very harmonic aspect. So the Sun is reborn by the 24th. We start to see the light hours become longer, and this is the real midwinter celebration. So by Tuesday the darkest days are over and we hail the return of the light. This is the new year, and a great practice, if we've connected with our inner gold and our inner light, is to then amplify that and watch that grow every day as the sun grows in strength. So to be in harmony with Uranus, we are amplifying our independence, our uniqueness. It's a new dawn, and we're shining our unique light to the world. So gone are the old stories, the dependencies, the beliefs, and a very high vibration comes in when we really know and feel our inner essence. And we align with that when we become it, when we share that with the world. By Wednesday there's a sense of returning to that inner fire and really connecting with it in a conscious decision. So over the next few weeks, nothing is more important than this. This requires a totally new and authentic way of being, now that we've let go of who we're not, than to focus and align and come from that divine space within. By Thursday we have a new moon eclipse in Capricorn, and if we think back to the 6th of January, we began the year with a new moon eclipse in Capricorn. So this whole year has been very Capricornian, as it's been an earth year, earth pig, and it's bookended by 2 Capricorn new moon eclipses, and we've also had Saturn and Pluto moving through that sign. So where Capricorn was in our chart, that's been the real workshop this year, and anybody who is Capricorn Sun, Moon or Rising will have been through the most dramatic but also rewarding changes. So quite often at this time of year people look back and they're looking to the new year date of the 31st of December as some kind of new start, and they want to get rid of any difficulties that they've had and just almost wash that year away, get rid of it, and look forward to some magical new change happening that they haven't actually done any work for, but just some turning over of a Roman calendar date will suddenly make everything all right again. But this eclipse asks us to look back with a bit more authenticity and to see the journey that we've been on, to recognise the changes that we've made, to see what the challenges represented, and to recognise the power that we've had to face those challenges and change our lives, our perspective, our behaviour and our beliefs as a result. So this new moon will be visible in East Europe, Asia, Australia, East Africa and some of the Pacific and Indian Oceans, and it's at 4 degrees Capricorn. So do find 4 degrees Capricorn in your chart and have a recollection of the year, without the drama, without the running away, without the naming things good or bad, but have a look at the actual journey that you've travelled, to learn from it deeply, to get the message, to get the meaning as we step over this solstice threshold and we begin a whole new cycle. Then, as if by magic, on Friday the sun meets with Jupiter, and this is often one of the most golden days of the year. But sometimes when I say that, people are looking for something to happen from the outside, and as we know, this is deep within the cave, deep within the inner gold. So for that to be a golden and sovereign day, the sun, your soul force energy, and Jupiter, your sovereignty, that would be you going in and finding that deep within. Find the treasure, find the self-worth, find the riches, and centre on that point. So really good timing for this one, because this is very much what we're to do for the next couple of weeks, and everything's lining up perfectly to keep reminding us to be in that mode. Then by the weekend we have Mercury moving into Capricorn, so our mind will be a lot more focused. And this also is good news, taking the conscious mind deep within. So we've cleared up our thought processes with the recent Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, going and sorting out, pulling out all of our fears, all of our worries, any of those repressed energies that were working against us. And then Mercury walked through Sagittarius, which is a very empowered, big-minded energy. And now going into Capricorn, this will be focus and consolidation, just in time for the big conjunction that's coming up on the 12th. So to find that mental centre, to find that focus, to really consolidate deep within, heart and mind, body and soul, within the sacred cave, to find our centre, to feel that strength, that framework that is what remains after everything's been stripped back, and to shore up everything, centering on the feeling of our true essence. This creates the framework and the space that we can expand from with real integrity and authenticity as the sun grows in strength and Saturn walks to meet Pluto and finish this entire magical process. So a very sacred solstice and Christmas week. If we can focus, if we can release, if we can walk day by day with these energies, we're being prepared for a whole new way of being. And when we do look back to last January, we'll see just how far we've come and how much we've changed. So do contact me if you'd like to have a look at where this is happening for you, or what's in the stars for 2020. I have my Talk and Conscious Manifestation workshop available in person in London, or I can Skype in to your group and we can have a look at what's coming up in the stars and the power dates and the intentions that can be set for each sign. So for a reading, for products, for booking that workshop, then please do contact me, zoehind7@gmail.com. My website is www.astrozo.com, and I do have vouchers for any last minute gifts. My Facebook is at Astrozo with daily writings, and also Instagram at zoehind7 to help us all navigate together. And let's wrap up this magnificent year, really. Just because it's been challenging, it doesn't mean to say it's not been necessary, and holding great rewards. So wishing everybody a wonderful winter solstice and a very Merry Christmas, and I'll see you next week.